What's good, everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley from MatthewMaley.com. Back on the couch, Friday night. Time for another installment of Weekly Movie Review. With yours truly, of course. This week's movie was actually one that I had no desire of watching at all. But, as I have said before, let me know if you want me to watch something and give you my report on it. And this was actually a submission by one of my faithful viewers. So there is at least one out there, and if nobody else sees this, this is for you. So this week I am reviewing The Green Hornet. Now, I originally had felt that this movie would be with the potential for meh, and Seth Rogen's casting as the lead character was very off. Now, I was definitely right on one of the parts, and it did get above a meh, so I guess I was 1 for 2. Seth Rogen should not be a superhero. Even though he portrays a party boy that turns into a superhero, he still should not be a superhero. He seemed forced, he seemed just, that was a bad casting. There are hundreds of other actors that could have done a better job at that. Seriously. So, in addition to Seth Rogen, did star Jay Chow or Chu, apologize, I don't know. Cameron Diaz, who was pretty meh. Tom Wilkerson, who had a short part. By far the best actor in it, and I don't know what he was doing in this movie because he's so far a better actor than this. The amazing Christopher Waltz, who is best known as the villain in Inglourious Basterds, which he was amazing in, and even though he's uncredited in the movie, I thought his part was funny. I thought it was one of the funnier parts of the movie, personally. James Franco plays a crystal meth dealer for about 8 minutes in the movie, and it was actually pretty funny. But first and most importantly, Seth Rogen, he just seems so forced. And there were times in the movie where I saw the potential for it to be decent, and then his stiff, not in any way convincing acting as a superhero just did not do it. Now, for those of you who don't know, or who didn't see the original and don't know the comic, this movie follows the life of a partying, very rich kid whose father owns and runs the last credible newspaper in the world, apparently. And when he subsequently dies under suspicious circumstances, Seth Rogen has a, awakening and decides that, hey, I've got to do something about the crime that's taking over the city. Well, that's all fair and good for him. So he decides that in order to do his own twist on it, he's going to pose as a villain, and pretty much with his master plan of eventually then meeting all of the drug and crime underlords of the town to one by one dispatch of them. Alright, cool. Different than the usual Batman, Superman, Spider-Man route, so we'll give you that. So, his trusty sidekick, played by Jay Cho, Kato is the character's name, for those who don't know, is actually probably the coolest part of the movie outside of James Franco and Christopher Waltz, because even though a lot of the times he doesn't have much, dialogue, and a lot of the stuff actually at times, it's not very deep, his martial arts is really cool, and the things that he has him doing from a mechanical standpoint is really pretty awesome. Like, watching him augment the cars and put together new weapons, stuff like that was cool. But they focused way too much on the love interest of Cameron Diaz and the subsequent, I can't even call it a lover's triangle, but they tried to play it off that way, that a lot of the movie got lost in a way. And I really think they could have dialed a lot of that back and put it to more scenes of the crime fighting, more special effects, more things like that, instead of forcing this, this relationship that did not have any chemistry, which I know that was part of the point. There wasn't supposed to be any chemistry between, Seth and Cameron, which it portrayed very well that way. But in the same sense, there also wasn't any between Kato and Cameron Diaz's character, which there was supposed to be. It was just, it was weird. And a lot of the action was just, it was crazy, over-the-top comic book action, so that was cool. I mean, there's a part where a car is literally cut in half. You probably saw it in the previews. Yet it's still able to drive because it's front-wheel drive. That was kind of funny. Plus how they escape sure death of being buried, that was kind of funny as well. And Christopher Waltz had some great moments as the very, very, very over-the-top villain who is jealous of the Green Hornet, so he decides to become a comic book character himself. And he also has a double-barrel gun. Not sure what the point of that is, but okay. It's something. So overall, I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give the movie 3 stars. I will say it was entertaining to watch. It wasn't a great movie. It pretty much is. It is what you expect. You know, it's a run-of-the-mill comic book movie, but not one of the good ones like Iron Man or Kick-Ass. It's definitely more along the lines of the original Hulk, or yeah, pretty much the original Hulk. It's about at that level. It's worth watching, but there's at the end of the movie, there's nothing that you're going to sit back and say, wow, that was well done. Or, oh, hey, that was good. It was just at the end of the day. But there you go. It's worth $1 at Redbox, so go check it out. If you guys loved it or hated it, like I always say, let me know either way. Hopefully you enjoyed it, my one viewer. Hopefully I have more than one, but if not, that one's for you. And come up with another movie, because you might be the only one. Anyway, once again, Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. This is another episode of Weekly Movie Review on my couch. And that's all I got. So this week, Green Hornet, 3 stars. Or no, I said meh. A little bit better than that, though. It was like a There you go. That's what it is. It was an So for that, thanks for checking out my videos. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Check me out on Facebook at Matthew Maley Poker. Check me out on Twitter at Matthew Maley. And of course on MatthewMaley.com. Go by the comment section, drop a line, say what's up. I appreciate it. And thank you very much for the support, everybody. Peace out, y'all.